Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I'm in to do our March mixed media prompts for Aunty Vera Crafting Land for March. I just wanted to note that Aunty Vera Land has changed its name just recently to Aunty Vera Crafting Land. So if you're looking for it on Facebook, it is a private group, but you can still search for it, I think. And if you want to join, okay. So the March prompts I have chosen, I've picked out from my little prompt box. The main colour is pink. So when I say that the colour is pink for a certain month, that means you've just got to have a bit of pink on there, or you can do the whole background in pink, just as long as, you know, you've got pink on there. You can use other colours as well. Okay, guys? And we've got tear paper, collage down on page, draw something, which a lot of you might not like, but I'm thinking this month, if you just think whimsical, like your drawings don't have to be perfect or anything. You could just grab a pencil on your page and just draw a flower. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. So when you draw something, it could be, you know, you could just, I'm just trying to give you some examples. You could just draw some circles on your page, okay? You could just draw shapes on your page. Just think whimsical, okay? And don't get stressed out about drawing something. And we've got the third one is add paint with cardboard or corrugated card. I've got a bit of cardboard here, and it's actually a double layered cardboard, which I've really never come across before. So what you can do, I don't even know if I could split that. You can peel off that layer there, which I'm doing it rather fast, but just to give you an idea of what you can actually do. And sometimes it is better just to wet this cardboard down and then pull that top layer off. But with this, you could, I'll grab my scissors, you could use the cardboard with these lines here. So when you use that, you just put paint on the top, and that makes really lovely marks on your page. Might just pull a bit more of that off there. Okay, so you can use it like that for mark making. You can also just have a piece, I might cut that there too. You can just use that, put a little bit of paint on there, and then just scrape it on your page, which I think that's what I'm going to do as well. Okay, and then we've got, so that's just a few examples for your cardboard. Then we've got stamp in at least 3 places. Well, I just grabbed out a few of my favourite stamps. I've got my script stamp. I have this one here, which I really like. And this one here, I've got that one. And I've also grabbed that too, because I thought, maybe thinking whimsical, I might like to put a few numbers down on my page or something. Okay, so I've got those. And then we've got splatter, and I've got toothbrush beside it because I always have, I grabbed my hubby's toothbrush. He doesn't use this one anymore. I always have a toothbrush in with my brushes, but if you don't have a toothbrush, you can just use a brush and splatter it, or just some other way to splatter. Okay, but I've got a toothbrush, and then it says add a piece of fabric, and if you don't have any fabric in your supplies, you can actually use pattern paper. Okay, so I've got a bit of Hessian here, but I also seen this because I thought it's got a bit of pink on it, and it's just got some nice pastel-y colours. Don't know where all those came from. So I think I might actually cut out a little piece of this and use it on my page. Okay, so we've got that and that, and the last one is add doodles as a page border. Okay, and down the bottom I've just got think whimsical this month. Okay, so the ones that I've been seeing in group, they have just been awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start. This is just my tearing out book. I think it's a Japanese or Chinese writing book. So what I'm going to do first is build up my background. I'm going to do my background. So that will be the tear paper and collage down. Now I'm using my book here. Okay, so I can't, and I'm using the back page. I'm trying to fill up my pages in my journal. If I was just using, with the tear paper, I'll just go one step further. If I was using one of my blank pages up here, and I didn't have anything on either side, you could also just, I might use a bigger one, where it says tear paper, you could also just tear your page like that and then collage it down. So then I would just get my glue. So this is just another idea or another take on the tear paper and collage it down. So I'll put my glue on the bit that I tore off, and I would just add it, glue it straight to my page here. Okay, so that is just another example. So then you'd have a page, you'd be working on a page like that. It's kind of like layered, alright, but I'll use that another day because I do like that. I actually like that technique. Okay, but today I'm going to be working on this page here, which is a back page. So I have just got some paper and I'm just going to tear this and collage it down. Okay, but I thought I'd just give you that other example. You might like to get a little bit adventurous. Okay, so right, just put some glue on the back here, and I'm going to actually try and cover up some of those little paint spots I've got there. I had this book out here for gluing, didn't I? Yes. And I apologise if this writing is upside down, but as I can't read it, I really don't know what it says either, so hopefully it's nothing offensive to anyone. Got some paper torn and glued down. I don't think I really want that one. Okay. Alright, so that's my first one. Tear paper and collage it down. Now, I think the next thing I'm going to do is add paint with cardboard, like corrugated cardboard or just normal cardboard, or if you don't have any cardboard you could use a card, like one of your old bank cards or something like that. Okay. Now, I might just use this, I think. I'm just going to put my paint on there today. I did grab out my paint palette, but because I'm using a card, it's going to be a little difficult to use my cardboard to paint with. So I'm just going to put some paint down here. Pink is really not one of my favourite colours, but I'm going to do it. And I've got a spearmint that I'm going to put down. And I've also got a dusty pink. The first one I used was magenta, which is like a bright pink. And I've got a dusty pink. And I've also got a coastal blue, which is more like a lilac colour. Whoops. And I'm going to pop a bit of yellow in. Okay, so I've got quite a few colours going on there. Alright, I'll just put them back up there. And I'm just going to grab my cardboard, my piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to have fun, guys. Okay, so what I might do is start off with this one first. So just going to put a bit of paint on and scrape it on my page. And now I'll put some of this, this one's thicker, from the Dina Wakeley's. They Dina Wakeley's, yeah. I'll just put a bit of this on. It's a bit brighter, this pink. So I've got a bit of pink on my page. Now I'm just going to use the other side of my cardboard. I'm thinking I'm using a brush. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow, which might change that pink to orange, which I really don't mind. Okay. And you'll notice that my background isn't completely painted. Now that I have put the yellow on, the yellow, I'm just thinking that maybe that yellow was a little bit too bright for what I was going for, but that is an easy fix because I can just give it a wipe over with some white gesso. Okay, so I'll get some gesso out. I'm going to just pick up some gesso. It's so thick. Okay, that might be alright. And I'm just actually going to drag it right across my page. And I really love this effect that it leaves on here. It kind of tones everything, or pushes it back into the background. And it doesn't matter if I pick up a bit of the other colours there while I'm doing it. Okay. There's a few places where it's thicker than other parts of the page, and that's good too. Okay, you just want You just want to get it to where you're actually happy with it, okay? And to me, I like that. I think that's really cool. I have got a little bit more of this, what's that called? Coastal blue left. So I actually might just bring a little bit of that on top of my gesso as well. Just so that I just don't waste the paint, okay? But you can still see, like, I've got quite a bit of pink around my edges and a little patch there. Alright, and you'll notice that I'm just doing it layer upon layer without drying it. So that's kind of like the effect that I'm going for. Okay, alright. What else have I got? I don't want to put any more yellow on because I think the yellow was just a little bit too in your face, but I have used up those other bits of paint there. Okay, now I've got way too much gesso left there, but I will leave that there in case I want to use it later on. Okay, so far I'm liking that. So I'm going to give this a dry now and then I will be back. Okay, I've got my page all nice and dry. So I've just added paint with cardboard. Now I think I'm going to do some stamping because it's still in my background. Okay, so I'm just building up my background and just want to decisions. Okay, so I'll put some script stamp down. I might just move this out of the road. I want to keep that that gesso handy, so I'll just put that there. And I'm going to grab my Stays On ink. Hopefully I've got some in here. Might need re-inking. Alright, and I'll just grab some of that ink. Let me see if it's, yes, it's going to be good still. Okay, so I'm just going to put some text stamp in my background, just wherever I just feel I want to put it. Okay, so that's enough for that one. There's quite a bit of ink left on that. I can't remember when I last refilled my Stays On. Okay, so I've used that one, and I don't know, maybe just a little bit of this in here as well, and I might press that a bit harder. So it does say in at least 3 places. I do like to put a fair bit of stamping in mine. Now what I might do is use this number one. I don't think I'll use the other one, but this one here has got some pretty cool numbers on it. This is the what is it? The I've forgotten how to pronounce that. Ciao Bella. Is that right? Ciao Bella. This is the Stamping Art 4 stamps. It's I like this one for mixed media. It's pretty cool. I don't think I'll use that one. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, and this one I might grab my block. Wrong drawer, Wendy. just put this one on the block. I have trouble with which way that one goes up sometimes. Okay, the noughts are up the top. Okay, that'll do. Doesn't really matter, but okay. Now my page is a little bit uneven, so what I might do is just grab my board. I've just got my board here. I do have a smaller one, but I don't know what I've done with it from the last time I cleaned my room. So I'm just going to put that under there just so that I've got a little bit more stability when I use this one. So put a bit of ink on. I don't really want to put it all over the page, but I'll just put this down here. And I do want to see these a bit clearer too. And that didn't even... What is going on here? Normally that would work. That didn't work at all for me. Okay, let's try again. Might not be lined up the same, but we'll see. Might be better if I pressed underneath. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got no idea why that's not working. Right, so what I might do, I'll grab my distress ink. It's a lot better to use StazOn. Maybe it does need a re-inking. And I will have to just really dry this one before I put any moisture on it. Okay, look, I'm going to have such a balls up of numbers there, but that's okay. I'll try this one and see if I can get a better image on it. Things don't always work the first time. Just try again. Okay, that'll do. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. But I will put some more down here. I'll try to. Okay. I think because I have got, like, my page is really, it's textured on the other side and it just doesn't want to really work for me, but that's okay. Do you know what I might do? I would like to get at least one good print. I'm going to take that off my block and just use my hand. Okay, and I'm going to put some just here. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, guys, because I've got no idea why this doesn't really want to work for me. Okay, but you know, things like that happen. It is actually a good stamp. Okay. Alright, so I've got that on there. I'll move that. So I've done stamping in at least 3 places. So I'm up to, and I've used the colour pink, I'm up to draw something. Alright, so what I was thinking, I'm going to just draw a flower this side, or half a flower coming off my page, and you'll notice that it is rather scribbly. Okay, so let's just put a stem down here too. And a couple of leaves coming off there, I'm using a 4B pencil, okay? So I've got a flower there, and I might make another half a flower on this side here. Okay, and just go around again so that it looks a little bit scribbly. It doesn't have to be perfect. And here I'm actually going to draw, what, a little girl, I think. Well, I'm going to try. Alright, so we want a head. Right, and a body. So I'm going to draw just a straight down there, alright, and then I will give her some hair, so I'm just going to roughly go around here with some hair. Okay, and right, okay, so with this I'm going to bring back my gesso. I will use a little brush for this. It'll be a bit too hard to do it with the cardboard. And just grab some of my gesso, and I'm just going to paint her face. Okay, and come down here and paint her hair. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about painting her dress because I'm actually going to cut a bit of my material out and just place it down for her dress. Okay, so I've got her face and her hair on there, and I'm just trying to think what I actually like that. No, I'll use this. I'll use a bit of colour. So with this, I am just going to, I'm going to grab those pink flowers, I think, for her dress. So I'll just cut this down. I might rip it actually, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and work out which is the brighter side, that one there. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly lay that down there on top of that. And where's my pencil? And just roughly draw on my fabric to the size that I drew for her dress. Okay, and that kind of like comes there. Alright, so I will cut that out. I've had another pair of scissors, but these will do. I'll just keep going. I might have actually made the dress a little bit too big, but that's okay. I'll check it once I've cut it out. Okay, so I'll put that on there, just like that. And I do want to just trim a little bit up there because the neckline's a little bit too long. I mean too wide, not long. Okay, and we'll put that there, and that goes there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on there now for her little dress. I'll grab some of this fabric glue. I'm going to have to use my finger, I think. Yep, I am. Just to spread this around. I'm getting so much better at putting my finger in glue. Especially after doing the blindfolded cluster challenge. My hands were just covered in it. Right, and I am just going to place my bit of fabric on here. So that's going to stick really well. Just need to find a smaller pair of scissors, which I can't never find, and I'm just going to just cut that collar a bit better. There, that'll do. Okay, and I can just snip this off down here. Okay, alright, so I've given her a fabric dress. Now if you do flowers or something, you could like cut the petals out of fabric and do that as well, and like I mean add the fabric to your flowers. Or you could even, this fabric here, you could even like cut these flowers out of there and add it to your page. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm getting sidetracked now. Right, so I'm going to grab a little bit more gesso because I have just remembered that I have got my flowers here. And I'm just going to add some gesso to my petals. I'm just adding another little bit over there because some of the ink is still noticeable, really noticeable underneath there. Okay, so got that on. Her face is just about dry. I forgot my leaves too. Oh, I'm having a good morning, aren't I? Oh dear. Let's just put a bit of white on for my leaves. Okay, that should do, I think. Like I said, just think whimsical. It does not have to be perfect, guys. Okay, now I'm going to paint her hair. So I've still got a little bit of yellow here, but it's just too bright. So I'm just going to mix a bit of that with my gesso, and I'm just going to paint her hair. Okay, and I've got her hair on. I'm going to put just a little mark here because I want to put a hand out so that she's holding something. So I'm going to just draw like a little sleeve on her dress and outline her dress a little bit more too with my pencil. And I'm going to bring a little arm out. Okay, and I'll grab a little bit more of my gesso just to whiten her arm, which is a little bit hard to try and paint on the fabric, but I will get there. Just water it down just a fraction. Oops, and I got some black in there as well, but that's okay. Right. Okay, she is coming along, guys. So I'm just going to use my pencil and go around her head again. And I'm going to put a face on her, and it's really not that much of a face. It's just like a couple of eyebrows. And mouth. Eyes, like a little dot. And just like a little nose down here. Okay. Alright, so got that done, and now just go around with my pencil and outline her hair. Maybe just put a few little lines in her hair. Okay, and right here I'm just going to draw a heart in her hand. Okay, oh, pretty. Right. So now I'm going to put some colour on my flowers, and I have this one here which is carnation. It's a very light pink, so I might put a little bit of that on my girl as well. I'm just going to put like a bit of a few like little cheek marks. And what else? I think I might just touch up her hand, because it should be dry there now, and I can just do that. Okay, Alright, now let's get these flowers done. So I'm thinking, like, this is pink. Might actually bring in some more of that for the flowers. Let's have a look. So really, you just keep playing with it until you are you're happy with what you're doing. Okay, if it's stressful for you, just please don't do it, because that's the main thing. It's just to have fun and have a play. Okay, now I'm going to grab just a bit more white, I think, and just make my centres of my flowers lighter. Okay, alright, now I do want a little bit of the green for the leaves, and I'm going to do the stem as well. So I'm really just painting over the pencil line. Okay, so we've got that one there, and I didn't do one over here, but I am going to just pencil in a stem here and do a couple of leaves on this side as well. Just waiting for these leaves to dry a little bit. I'll blow on them. It doesn't take long for it to dry. I've got my fan on above me because it has been so hot up where I am. So very, very hot. So it really doesn't take long for my paint to dry up here. Okay, so got a bit of green. On some leaves. Oh, I really like it. That looks lovely. I might just grab just a little bit of the dusty pink and I'm going to add just a little bit of my white gesso, if I can pick some up without grabbing any of the other colours I've used. Mix that around just a little bit, make it lighter. I just want to make her arm and look just a little bit more human than just plain white. So I'm just going to add just a very light brushing. Maybe her hand can be a little bit darker. Okay, so it's not really a hand, it's just like I've got it cupped, you know, just like that. Okay, and maybe just a little bit darker around her hairline with that dusty pink. Okay, oh, that looks better for me. Okay, right, and I do want, I'm just going to grab a red because I want to do the heart in red, have it popping out. You know what I could have used? I could have used my paint pens, couldn't I? But seeing as I'm really enjoying this, you can tell, can't you? Okay. Oh, that looks lovely. And might actually just add a little bit more to her face. And then I take it away because I didn't really like it. Okay. Maybe a smidgen for her lips. Maybe we'll make it not quite so dark. Okay, I'll just put there. Oh, lovely. Okay, so now add a piece of fabric. We've just done that. We've made that her dress. Okay, and if you haven't got fabric, just use pattern paper. Then we drew something, some flowers, and we drew the little girl, the outline of the little girl. And then it just says add doodles as a page border. Well, I've sort of used my flowers here as a page border. But what I might do, I'll just do a few little doodles here. Okay, just there and down here. And we'll use that as our doodles. So I'll grab some of my white again, my white gesso. Maybe I can grab my white gesso. And now to just colour these, I might just use pink, you know, I'm getting used to this pink today, aren't I? I could use pink or bring out another colour for the background, but I don't really want it really bold, so I won't use the bright pink. And I've used the spearmint green on the leaves there and the stem, so I don't really want to do that. The yellow is going to be way too bright, and I think the only other colour is this one here, which is the coastal blue, so I'll just have a go at that. And just see how that looks, and if I don't like it I can just paint over it. Okay, so I think that's okay. It's not really in your face, and I don't really want it to, I know it says to add a border, but I've kind of like used the flowers as my border. So I'm just going to put a bit of this down, top and bottom. Okay, I might actually give that a dry. Now I can just add another layer just for the colour. Okay, that looks okay. Now I've got it top and bottom, and I just need to, I think, just add a little bit more of this colour in the centre. Maybe just there. I'm going to smudge that, aren't I? That's alright. I don't mind that. Oops, too much. Way too much, Wendy. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit more of the green, because I'm just thinking it looks like she's got a green headband on, doesn't it? Have a look. Oh no, splatter. We've still got a splatter, so I'm going to get just some white, and just spray a little bit of water on it. Grab my brush here. Now I'll just move this paper over so it doesn't get that page there. Okay, and I do want, just going to rip some paper. I just want to cover my girl and maybe these flower just up there. Just cover them a bit just so that I don't get any splatters over them when I start splattering. Okay, just mix my water and that together and just splatter. Need some more paint. It's not very thick, this. So I really just didn't really need to add water to it, but I did anyway. Okay, so let's splatter. And I'm using white, like I can see the splatters here, but because you're a bit of a distance away, you might not actually see them. When you splatter with the paintbrush, it's very fine. Okay, so I might also get just a little bit of black. Did I get my black out? Yep. And I love getting paint on my fingers, guys. That is so something that just doesn't worry me at all. And my fingers are all splattery, all painty now. So I'm just going to pick up some of that and just gently go over with the spray with the black as well, which is kind of like turned grey now because I didn't even worry about cleaning my brush. And I think I have even just sprayed, I've got a white t-shirt on and it's just gone all down the front of me. Because of course I don't have my apron on. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I've got quite a few splatters on there now, which may be a bit hard for you to see, but yes, covered in splatters. Okay, I really need to go and just wash my hands, but I'm going to come back because I'm going to grab just a black marker and I'm just going to highlight, I'm just going to edge my flowers and these little border things up here. Okay, I shall be back, guys. Oh, I like it, I like it. Alright, I'm back, guys. I even changed my shirt because I had black splatters over my white shirt and I just didn't have, I still haven't got my apron on. Okay. Alright, so I'm hoping this will work. This is just like a black pen. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to just roughly, now my hand's going to start shaking, which is good because, oh, come on. I have a little problem, but you don't need to hear about that. Okay, so I am roughly going to just go around these little bits of borders that I put in there, up there, and just doing things like this, it just really pulls all your page together. Okay, so just rough, I've done a couple of lines just around my borders there, little doodling, and I'm going to do the same around my flowers just to bring them out a little bit more, to define them a little bit more. And we can also just put a few little lines in our flowers. Okay, and I will also run it down on my stem, just really sketchy. Okay, and my leaves. Okay, and over this flower as well. Okay, and up there. Now, I would like to go around her sleeve on her dress. Okay, and I am going to go down, just make her dress, just outline it a little bit darker too. Maybe put a bit of squiggly lines on her dress. Okay, and go around her face. Now this is, I don't really want to do that really sketchy, but it'll most probably turn out sketchy because my hand is giving me a bit of trouble. So I'm just going to I don't want to wreck it now that I've got it to how I like it. Okay, and we'll go outline. I put a headband on her, which I think looks rather cool. So we'll just go around there and make a few little marks there, and just down and outline her hair a little bit. Okay. Come on. Okay, and I'll just darken up her facial features just by going over the pencil lines that I've done before, making her eyes a little bit darker. Her mouth. And her lips. Okay. Alright, that's going to do because I can feel my hand. And just quickly outline her little arm. See, you don't really need to do this, it's just something I like to do. It is relaxing for me, but then when my hand starts shaking, gives me a little bit of trouble. Let's use this one here. Let's see how we go. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm just going to put a few little white dots inside my flowers. Inside there. And I might put a dot inside them. Okay. Oh, I like that. I'm just thinking if I want to edge it. I think I do because it's just something I do, don't I? Okay. So I'm just going to turn my book around so that I can do... Oops, sorry, and I hit the camera. Alright. Okay, so I'm just going to put a black line around my page. Okay. Alright, and I think I'm done. I love the way this turned out. This is just gorgeous. I'll just cover that page up there. Okay, oh look at that, that is so pretty, and like it's really, you know, it's really easy to do. Like, don't let it scare you. It's not perfect, of course it's not perfect, but I really enjoyed doing it. Okay, now while I'm here, so that's our page and that's all our prompts done. I spluttered the toothpaste. The colour was pink. Tear paper, collage down, draw something, add paint with cardboard or corrugated cardboard. Stamp in at least 3 places, splatter, add a piece of fabric, if not pattern paper, and add doodles as a page border. And think whimsical this month, like just have fun with it, okay? I will bring in some other whimsical, because I do love a whimsical girl. Now this one here, just to show you what you can draw, like it's a little bit different from what I've done here. This is more confined, okay, but look at that. I love this. I done this, oh dear, I haven't signed it. Oh yes, look, 2018 I done this one, and I have her sitting on my desk, and excuse my arm and shoulder, but I've also done this one too, which this was in March and this one was in February. So it's just whimsical, you know, like there's a cat there. Oh, that was a stamp, and that one was a stamp too, but like just drawing something, you know, totally different from what you normally do. And I just love the way they turn out, the little whimsical girls, or just the whimsical page in general. Okay, it's got a bit of stamping in the background, it's got some splatters. You don't have to, if it really scares you, to draw just a whimsical head or person or whatever. You could just draw like and have another flower here in the center of your page. Okay, it's so easy to draw a flower. Like you pick it up, draw a circle, and then just some really wild looking petals, and then a stem, and then a leaf. You know, hold your pencil right at the end. You don't have to, you know, get down and go, oh, and draw a perfect circle, and, you know, just hold it at the end and more or less just sketch it. And then you can go around it a couple of times and it gives you that wobbly look. Okay, alright, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I really love that page. I love how it come out, and the bit of fabric on here. Okay, I just love it. Love it so much I'm not even going to put any words on it today. Okay, so that's it, guys. I will have close-up pictures of this so that you can see the splatters and that when I in the event that we've got going for Aunty Vera Crafting Land. And remember the name change, Aunty Vera Crafting Land. We do, Sel and I are doing Sel's mainly with journal prompts, but Sel's been having a go at the mixed media too, and they look wonderful. And I'm mainly doing mixed media, but I kind of like do whatever I want to do and put up little challenges for everybody in group. So if you're interested, it's Aunty Vera Crafting Land. Okay, alright, okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Oh, I just love it. And like it's textured, you've got the fabric on there. I love, love, love it. Alright, thanks everyone. You all have a great day, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.